higher, and from time to time we even get an 8. And finally, at the bottom is the resonant light machine. What banks were run on what day, at what time. Next was surgery. This was just before he was due his surgery. And as you can see, he hadn't even lost all of his hair totally. So, it was scheduled for 6 to 8 hours, yet it took less than 2.5. A complete resection was achieved with excellent tissue margins. The adrenal was removed with the tumour, but there was no involvement with the kidney. The histology of the tumour reported less than 1% viable neuroblastoma. The rest had calcified. The race was now on to get him fit as possible for the high-dose maximum action treatment. This treatment is life-threatening in itself. The doctors told me that Bob would sustain hearing damage, stunted growth, serious bowel problems, liver and kidney damage, infection, and even possible heart damage. The treatment started in an isolation room, and guess what? The first week, no sickness, no weight loss. He continued to eat his own food, no nasal gastro tube, which every other child had. Our biggest worry was that he would tangle his lines up doing roly-polies on his bed. And you see the fresh air machine? It went everywhere with us. This is 2 weeks into the maximum action treatment. At this time, he had been sick just 5 times. He'd not eaten for 3 days, but while other children were skeletal, vomiting constantly, suffering extreme mucositis, and even dying, Bob took it all in his stride. I used a homeopathic remedy called Traumeal S, which is proven to reduce mucositis significantly in chemotherapy patients. Unfortunately, not by UK doctors, though. This is Bobby leaving isolation after only 22 days, and it's a record for that hospital and every other NHS hospital in the UK. The average is 45 to 60 days, so 30 days is considered good, and 22 days is nothing short of extraordinary. And as you can see, he was so pleased to leave the place. Hip, hip, hooray. Now, it was now time to start repairing the damage that the chemo had done with the other, and so that I could get on with the other things that I wanted to do. There was lots of testing and supplementation going on. The oncologist wanted to give local radiotherapy to his primary tumour site, just in case. But I wasn't having it. The surgeon wrote his notes immediately after the operation, and there was no way that he'd missed any tumour. So there was absolutely no way I was going to subject Bobby to that radiation and a general anaesthetic every day for 3 weeks, and the resulting damage that the radiation would undoubtedly do to him. I stuck to my guns. It was hard, but I got my way. No radiation. This is just 12 weeks later. Now, Bobby was taking his Roaccutane by this time, and the side effects are usually severe cracking of the skin around the nose, mouth, chin, cheeks, and elevated liver enzymes. I'd seen other kids whose side effects were so bad that the treatment had to be stopped. But guess what? Bob only ever had a very small amount of dry skin in the corners of his mouth, and his liver function tests were always within the normal range. But there, see the red grapes? Next, I took him to the Hufelen Clinic in Germany, Bad Mergentheim, for ultraviolet blood irradiation, blood ozonation, hydrobaric oxygen therapy, and all of those other things, intravenous vitamin C, homeopathics, biological immunotherapy, thymus extract, you name it. There's no evidence to suggest it does any harm. Why not? And it went very, very well. We were there for 3 weeks, and we rented an apartment and carried on with the diet and all the other things that we had done at home. And as you can see, he was really starting to get better. So, by this time, my 5 strategies had really paid off. Bobby's allopathic treatment lasted just 5 months and 1 week. The side effects were minimal, just a little sickness and loss of his hair. The testing had revealed possible causes, and we could see these things leaving his body: the mercury, the halogenated benzene, the strontium, the parasites, the huge selenium deficiency, the gut bacterial dysbiosis, and the other probable causative, contributory, and trigger factors that the testing had identified. Many children are treated for over 2 years and are still lost. The combined effect of the supplementation, the diet, the clean water, the resonant light, the zapper, craniosacral osteopathy, Reiki, massive amounts of positive thinking and visualization, Vega testing, Kirlian photography, far infrared sauna, ozone sauna, Hufelen Clinic, lots of sunshine, daily body brushing, no sunblock or indeed any kind of personal care products, not even toothpaste, natural non-toxic cleaning products, removal of his bedroom carpet, a wooden instead of metal bed, a no spring mattress, as much sleep as he wanted, made the crucial difference. Of the dozen or so children who were diagnosed with neuroblastoma in our hospital while we were in and out, only one other than Bobby survived, but with severe hearing damage, massive weight loss, and untold pain and suffering that Bobby just did not have. This picture was taken when we were on Grand Bahama Island. We went to see a Dr. Kevin Bethel for a gene therapy called Gendersin. It's been used by the Chinese for some time now, but you have to dig to find this stuff. The treatment is designed to stimulate P53 expression, a major housekeeping gene. Now, we were there for 6 weeks in a suite at a Sheraton. It's déjà vu. We took everything with us and continued with the diet, the juicing, the saunas, etc., etc., etc. It was no different there to what it was at home. But the testing showed when we got home that his P53 expression, where before was poor, was now normal. Now, during all this time, I saw many children who suffered so much that I felt guilty that my son came through it so easily. I had by this time spent well over £100,000, and I could not stop thinking that all other children should have this. So I started fundraising so other kids could have the no stone unturned approach that Bobby had had. I set up a telephone call centre to market raffle tickets, and with the help of over 100 staff, raised over £1 million in 12 months. Bobby's fund is currently supporting over 30 UK children with all the same equipment I have, and all the testing, supplementation, integrated cancer specialist consultations, trips to Germany. And guess what? We have kids whose parents have been told by oncologists that there is nothing more that can be done, yet their tumours are regressing, calcifying, and even disappearing. Now, I came here because if any of you know of any kids who have malignancy, now or in the future, I know that we can make a difference. Our website is bobbysfund.org. Now, on there, I've written a number of reports about what I've discovered. You know, I really feel that I must share this with people. The subjects covered are water, refined sugar, milk, factory-made bread, convenience food, microwave ovens, sodas, still drinks, label lies, what they don't tell us on their packets, fats and oils, nightlights and melatonin, artificial sweeteners, non-stick coatings, candida overgrowth, and lots of other subjects. So, go on the website and you know, they're free. If you'd like to make a donation, that'd be cool. But, you know, please take this information. And finally, that's Bobby this week before I left. He's in our vegetable garden at home picking his dinner. Thank you. He's there picking his own dinner. Now, he has perfect hearing. His growth is normal. His kidneys and liver have sustained no damage, and there were never any bowel disturbances, all due, I know, to this integrated, holistic approach. And it could save so many other children if only the allopaths would listen. Thank you very much.